Hey everybody, what's going on and welcome back to more Let's Play Spyro the Dragon for the PlayStation. In the last episode, we beat the Peacekeeper's World. This episode, we are going to do our best to get through as much of the Magic Crafter's world as we possibly can. Now, this is the part of the game where it seems like the worlds just get like twice the size as what the older ones were. And you'll see what I mean once we get into some levels. First things first, we're going to go ahead and 100% the overworld just so I can show off exactly what we're dealing with here. Cosmos.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Okay, so yeah, I did kind of decide against my deciding against to not include some of the dialogue from the dragons. I feel like I'm kind of letting people not experience like half the game. So from now on, maybe not all, but definitely some. I'm definitely gonna put some in there. So as you can see, all these wizards around. That's why they call it Magic Crafters. We're not in Orlando. It's actually it has to do with actual magic. No Harry Potter either. Okay, there's Alpine Ridge, very first level. No gems behind this thing. I think there's maybe about 300 gems in this first world. And there are a lot of thieves. I don't know why. Oh, jeez. If you noticed, I don't know if you were paying attention just there, but his face got right up next to the camera. Oh, So there's not a whole lot to this world. When I was talking about size of worlds, oh, our first speed strip. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, thing about this is, these guys, whenever you see metal plating, okay, not exactly those guys. This guy here, this magic guy, you can't get him otherwise, just at regular speed. So once I get these gems, there's the high caves? Is that what that says? High caves, yep. I don't like high caves. Xantor?
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
Okay, so as Xantor said, supercharge, yes. And this becomes a very important and big mechanic in later levels. As you saw, you just fly through people with the greatest of ease. It's actually kind of neat. But it does get kind of reckless, I'll say. It gets to the point where if you don't know how to control it and you're kind of inexperienced with it, then there's no way to stop, really, like, easily. There's no, from what I remember, there's no button to automatically stop. You just keep, unless, well, I might be completely wrong about that, so I'm gonna find out for you right now. Because if you may have noticed, there was a reinforced steel chest back there, and the only way you can break it is by using this. This is another thing this is used for. Yeah, just let go of the square button in it. Alright then, I was completely wrong. I'm a liar. I'm a liar to all of you. Alright, corner, and boom. See that? That's how that works. And there was just a purple gem in there, but that's alright. And I killed that other guy. Storm people. There's also a key up here. Wizard Peaks, that's a third level. Same thing as the others. 3 regular levels, 1 flight level, and 1 boss level. The boss level in this world's actually pretty easy, pretty short, just like all the other ones. There's a key in here. And this key, whoa. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the gems first. As you saw over there to the right, that was where we started. And the fodder are goats, or is that sheep? Blowhard. Blowhard is the boss for the realm, the area, the world. The place that we're in, yeah, there's sheep. Alright, kill him. So I can get these gems here, and then I think, pretty sure that the only one left is a chest that needs to be unlocked. It'll have the rest of the 10 gems. And for those of you who are observant, you may have noticed there's a little tiny alcove up top. Right over here that you need to glide to. Right there. Look at that. And there's one up in here to boot. Alright, so, like I said, we've gotten to the point of the game where the levels are going to be so large that I don't think I'm going to be able to complete them all in one video. So, instead of doing one area per video, we're now doing just up to 30 minutes. As much as I can fit into a 30-minute span without... Oh, Alpine Ridge. I will say this is actually probably the easiest of the three. Because, whoa! Jeez. See, they put chargeable only enemies up on ridges just so you can almost kill yourself trying to kill them. I couldn't tell you the names of any of these enemies either. I don't think there's an enemy roll call at the end of this, just like there normally is at some games. So I guess the main gimmick to this... Oh, I rolled like crazy. I did a barrel roll. I guess the main gimmick to not only this level, but all the levels in this area in general are stuff like shifting landscape and just crap that looks normal and then isn't. Billy Zane.
Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
I didn't think so.
See, some of the dialogue in this is kind of pointless. I mean, it adds character to the game, but all it does is give me the opportunity to mock the British voices of the dragons. Alright, so there's two areas you can go to, split path. I'm not going to make that glide. Good. Good. Is that my first death? I think it is. Or no, it's not my first death. I fell into the death water a little bit ago. Alright, so instead of that, we're going to take off from here. I mean, you got to figure out what point is the highest and what point is the closest and what the difference is. You know what I mean? Like, whenever you're trying to make it from one point to another gliding, you want to make sure... Can I charge these guys? Can't charge these guys. You want to make sure... Stop it! You want to make sure that you're gliding from the highest possible point you can, and then also make sure that you're the closest you can be. And you'll be able to tell in some certain places that it would just be ridiculous to jump from wherever. Alright, so this is kind of tricky. I don't like this, but... Because these things disappear, like, as soon as they... Jeez. As soon as they, Look! They're running in fear. Are they laughing at me? Okay, screw you. They might have been laughing at each other. Running around like idiots. I think that's all the gems over in this area. I remember last time I tried that, I didn't find them all. And the remaining ones... Normally when you play through this game a couple times and you realize that you forgot some gems, you come to the point where you remember where you forgot them. Oh, I barely made that. You remember where you forgot the gems, and you're like, oh, that's where they were. I think also I'm going to save all the boss levels until... Whoa! Oh, okay, I made that. I hesitated, if you may have noticed there, because I almost didn't pick up that blue gem. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but it's Sparks' responsibility to... Oh, screw you! I tried doing it early, trying to get there. It's Sparks' responsibility to pick up the gems for you. And whenever he doesn't, then it's kind of a bother. There we go. Whew. That's why whenever you jump off of stuff too early and you think that... Crap! Oh, dang. It takes a second after you... I don't know why he can't swim. I don't think I mentioned it. In the second game, he can swim. Not only can he swim, he can hold his breath underwater for an unlimited amount of time. And I don't think they ever explained that in the second game. You know, what made that change? So that's kind of a little annoying. Other than that, though, the mechanics are kind of the same. I don't know. That's...
Oh, thank you for releasing me.
See, that's what it gets to in the end game. I think I might have already skipped enough dragons to where that's going to be the normal response you're going to get from most of the dragons. What's funny, though, is that some dragons... I think there's one really high-pitched dragon where he goes, "Thank you for releasing me." He reminds me of, like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. Or no, not Winnie the Pooh. Piglet from the other thing, because Piglet is from multiple things, not just Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was my shit as a child. I loved Winnie the Pooh. Here, Barney, too. I've talked about that before. But here, I'll tell you... I thought about this recently. And I'll tell you the exact moment as a kid when I started to realize... Hello. When I started to realize that I was different than all the other kids when it came to, like, my thinking, like my mindset. I remember... This is a very specific story. I remember there was a day when I was in. It was either elementary, or I mean, it was elementary. It was either first grade or kindergarten, one of the two. There was a day where I was sitting at lunch around everybody else, obviously, and they were talking about something. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the whole conversation or what led up to it. I just remember how it ended, pretty much. There was a part of the conversation where they got into, like, you know, shows they used to watch as kids, which some might argue that we were still kids, and you know, so they might have still watched them. I don't know. Oh, see, I don't know if you noticed that, but there, Kelvin Hayden. I don't know if you noticed that, but the wall started shifting right there. The texture of the game. Gotta catch this thief. They started talking about shows that they used to watch as kids or whatever, and the fact that they didn't watch them anymore. Because you know how kids are. They would always talk about, you know, shit that they used to do and now they don't do because they feel grown up, whatever. It got brought up, Barney got brought up or something, and all the kids were talking about how they hated Barney. And I was like, well, I used to watch Barney. No, I don't anymore. I made it a point to say I don't watch anymore, but I don't hate him. You know, it's like, why should I hate him? I don't hate him. I just don't watch him anymore because he doesn't appeal to me anymore. It's nothing personal against Barney. Barney didn't do anything to me. Barney didn't take me into a closet when I was 4 years old and touch me. But I mean, you know, whatever, right? I don't hate Barney. Ain't got nothing against Barney. Me and Barney are solid. Barney and I. Grammar. Anyways, point is, I made it a point to... I got all 500. See, they're getting up to 500 gems, the level totals. I made it a point to, you know, express the fact that I didn't hate Barney. And I got ridiculed for that. And that is the moment when I figured out that I was a lot different from other people when it came to just thoughts and mindsets and stuff. I was a little taken aback by it, to be honest. I was like, I have to hate him. Like, now that I'm however the hell, you know, 7 or 8, 9, whatever. The fact that I used to watch him, outgrew him, that means I have to hate him, right? Makes sense. No, you're totally right. I hate the fact that all these enemies respawn once we get back into the overworld, which wouldn't make too much of a difference. I hate high caves. It wouldn't make too much of a difference, except for the fact that some of the enemies have to... Crystal Flight! Some of the enemies have to be killed with a certain method, i.e. that one with the supercharge. So you have to do that every single time you get out. Now, I don't remember this one. Alright, seems to be rings, planes, arches, and chests, I believe. I've been 2 for 2 so far on first attempts and flight levels, which I'm very proud of because... kind of embarrassed to admit this, but after the last recording session, which I did the last 2 episodes in a row, same thing I'm going to do with this one, and the next one, I got to the point where I beat the first 2 areas, got to this area, shut off my PS2, and realized, oh crap, I forgot to save. Because the only way this game saves, there are no autosaves. The only way it saves is if you go to one of Zoe's little pads, like the pads that you get from releasing the dragons, and saving that way. And I didn't realize that. And I didn't want to, even if I would have, well, I guess, never mind. I was going to say, even if I would have gotten in there and realized, hang on, where are the planes? Alright, this may take a couple tries. Damn it, I hate that I didn't get it, damn. Rings, see, they're making it tougher on you now. Rings only give you 1 second. I think the arches only gave you 2, as opposed to in the first area where they gave you 3. Yeah, 2. That's scary, just large ass. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to really desolate kind of just creepy areas. As you can see, just the water, fucking, you know, water. The water is water. I don't know if you knew this, but water being water is wet and it's water. I don't know if I'm doing it in proper order. It seems to be the proper order, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm supposed to go over after the planes. See, there's the last plane right there. Maybe you're supposed to do this All right, let's try to go after the planes. How about that? How much does that give me? 3? Okay, it gives me 3. All right, so if I can circle around this area, yeah. After I went after those last chests, I was already way out of range of the planes. Way out of plane range. All right, here's the last one here. Now I just need 2 more chests, which is going to be there and there. All right, I got it. I should have it. As long as I don't screw it up somehow. There we go. Into the wild blue yonder. Second try. Again. Very proud of myself. Usually that takes me however long. I forgot to save. Had to redo the first 2 worlds over the past couple days. And the first flight level took me 6 or 7 tries. As opposed to when I was on camera. No. Stop it. As opposed to when I was on camera, I got it in 1. So I was very, very proud of myself. What's my time at? I'm not even 20 minutes in. I might be able to do all of it. No. All right, Wizard Peak. That first level was easy. These 2, this Wizard Peak and the caves, whatever, these aren't. Although this one, this is the one with the camera. This is the one with this is the one with all the runner pad thing. Ow. With all of the pads, the speed strips. I'm just gonna call them speed strips. Same thing from fucking, like, Mario Kart, speed strips. Now this one's actually tricky because there's a lot of different areas. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, there's a certain... See, look at that. Go off to your left, right from where you started. Because if you notice when you came in, the camera derped, but I think normally the camera would be basically pointed away from that certain area that the game doesn't want you finding in the first, 5 seconds of being in the level. Which is smart game design, I like that. But yeah, you can actually get up on top of these, and you have to complete it actually, because there's several platforms with enemies on them that you have to jump down on just to kill one enemy to get their gems. Stupid sheep almost murdered me. You see that? I'm gonna kill the sheep. The nice thing about the fodder is if you kill him and Sparks is already at gold, the butterflies won't disappear, at least not for a while. I'm not sure if they're like immortal, but they definitely won't disappear for a while, so that's nice. Just in case you do get hit and you accidentally hit a fodder when you didn't mean to, it'll stay there long enough so if you were to take a specific hit, then it would be there for later. A lot of inside and outside work on this level. This is kind of the most annoying type of level for a Spyro game, in my opinion. One that's both on the inside and outside, has tons of different paths to take, and the gems could be anywhere. As you can see, that was the one. Yeah, I know where I am. Alright, I'm going to go back real quick. This game requires a lot of backtracking, and the fact that I can't figure out where the fuck I am. Oh, there we go. A little ridge there. Is there anything on the outside of these I'm missing? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the very beginning, and then repeat that process over again, except this time, I'm going to, first of all, kill a sheep for sustenance, and then I'm going to take the left pathway and drop down that way. That's what I'm going to do. Hop up here, and then come around the left. See, charging on these narrow pathways is kind of dangerous, but I laugh in the face of danger. I say, ha-ho. This is exactly what I say, ha-ho. Title of the episode, ha-ho. Alright, see, there's him. Same guy I was staring at 2 minutes ago. And Dragon. Jarvis. Ben Jarvis Greenhouse.
Welcome to Wizard Peaks. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
See, it's just useless crap. Okay, screw it. Screw the dragons. Screw them. Not sexually. Just figuratively. You know what I mean. Shut up. Okay, there's a one-up. I'm going to go ahead and kill him, her, it. Well, him. He has a beard. I'm going to assume it's a him. So I bought a new PS2. And that doesn't really matter to anyone, except for the fact that I bought a slim PS2, as opposed to the fat one that I currently already own. Big jump. Whoa, got it. Whew. Okay, that actually required a double charge ramp, as you saw. And I'm going to shut up here in a second. Listen. You hear that thief? I'm going to show you where that thief is. I believe this is the only stationary thief in the game, and I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to get up close to him, and I'm going to go, look at that! Look at that face! That is sinisterly cruel. That's evil. I don't see... Okay, there's an egg. How many eggs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what we have. Somebody tell me what that's a reference to. Probably most of you are way too young to get that. I'm way too young to get that. I just happen to know what it is. Yeah, new PS2, but I got a slim one instead of a fat one, the one I already have. The fat PS2 that I have actually technically isn't mine, it's my dad's. We got it for him, like, I think it was for his birthday in 2002. Now, the reason that's relevant is because we've had it, obviously, for 10, 11 years, and it has stood the test of time. There was actually, I was really disappointed about this, and if anybody's curious, if anybody wants to see this, I put it on my Facebook, my Broken Champion Facebook page, so you can go check it out that way, because they wouldn't allow me to put it on YouTube because it broke copyrights. But I got to the point where I put, oh, I got that gem. First of all, I made a video. It took me a whole freaking night to make this video, but I made a video of, I had this idea while I was at work, because I have a lot of time to think while I'm at work. I made this video of, it's a Game Grumps video, and it's a mashup of SpongeBob and Game Grumps. Basically, there's an episode of SpongeBob called Squid's Day Off, where Squidward thinks, like, Mr. Krabs gets taken to wherever for like the hospital, I think. Yeah, that's right. He gets taken to the hospital for the day, and Squidward has been put in charge of SpongeBob, and Squidward basically gives himself the day off while he gives SpongeBob both fry cook and register duty, and he's the only person there. And Squidward gets paranoid that something's going to happen to the Krusty Krab because, you know, SpongeBob being there by himself, so he keeps running back and forth from his house to the Krusty Krab to see if it's alright, and he eventually tells SpongeBob that he has some errands to run, and every time he comes back, SpongeBob asks Squidward, are you finished with those errands? And he keeps running back and forth, and it eventually becomes like a little montage, and I actually have that episode on DVD. So I recorded that with my capture card, and then I took pictures of Aaron, as in Aaron Hansen of Game Grumps, Ego Raptor, and I put them in at like half a frame second time. Every time he said errands, sounding like Aaron, and I did that for the entire montage, and I think it actually came out really well. But the reason I mentioned that, okay, I got all 500. Good. The reason I mentioned that, Lucas, I love that name. Hang on, I'm going to get to that in a second. The reason I mentioned that is because I got to the point, I put all that together. When I recorded the footage, I recorded it from my PlayStation 2. And actually, not only with that DVD footage, but also, oh, that next level's way too long for me to do. You know what? I'm just going to do the boss level. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Blow hard. Fuck it. That footage that I recorded, my PS2 has a very crappy quality to it, to where the audio video cables, it really takes some effort for them to work. I will say that. It mainly had to do with some stuff that I did to it in its earlier life. It got to the point, my PS2, where it would make a really bad humming noise whenever it would be working. So naturally, as like a 14, 15-year-old kid, I would literally smack it on the top as hard as I could. Like, open palm, just whack with my hand, and it would stop humming for about 3 or 4 seconds and then start up again. And I would do that, I would repeat the process 5 or 6 times until it stopped. So, needless to say, we eventually got to the point where we had to get it repaired. So we got it fixed, and I don't think it made the noises much after that. It doesn't now. But needless to say, the PS2 is shit. Absolute shit. And it got, some of that feedback actually got into the Game Grumps little video that I made. And I hate it because I spent a whole night working on that. I thought Altair, Assassin's Creed Dragon. I spent all night on that video. I think it came out really, really well. And then I tried putting it on YouTube, and literally as soon as it got uploaded, because I have this feature, like I get emails for every time I get a comment on a video or for a subscriber or whatever. And they recently, YouTube put out a feature where you you get an email whenever a video is completely uploaded. So I would get an email for that video getting completely uploaded, then I would get another email right after that saying that it got banned and they couldn't put it up just because it had footage from SpongeBob in it. And that really pissed me off. Not that the fact that it got taken down, because I kind of expected it to be honest, but then again I didn't, because if you have seen how many SpongeBob videos with SpongeBob footage are on YouTube, how much YouTube poop is on YouTube, you know, just SpongeBob in general, and the fact that, got all 400, when that thing dwindles down and you don't think it's going to complete itself, oh boy. You know what, fuck it, I'm just going to do the last level, I still got shit to talk about. Whenever, what was that, what? Wait, what was I talking about? SpongeBob. All the YouTube poop on YouTube. You see so much footage of SpongeBob, and, you know, I think to myself, well, you know, if somebody, because this video wasn't even a minute long that I tried putting up, so, you know, it's like if they can put up 3 or 4 minute long videos of SpongeBob, I can definitely put up one that's like 50 seconds long. And I tried it twice, and each time it got banned. I was like, well, that sucks, because I thought it was a really good video. I really liked the fact that, you know, I really liked what I was doing with it. I thought it was a really, really creative idea. All right, this level here, it's got a left path and a right path. I will say that the right path is more of a brute force path. These large fucking like steel spiders. Right path is more brute force, but it's short. And the left path is more intricate, but it is, whoa, it's a tornado. It's a twister. Left path is longer, but it's a little bit easier. At least in my opinion. What was I going to talk about? I had something else to talk about, didn't I? I said just a second ago a name came up, and I said I was going to get to it, and I forgot what the fucking name was. I don't even remember what it was, people. I don't remember what it was. I just don't. Maybe I'll come up with it, maybe I won't. So I was at Walmart last night, and the relevant thing about that is, once I continue the story, which I'm going to right now. That was a weird way of wording a sentence. Did I confuse some people? I hope I did. I found at Walmart, whenever I go to Walmart, I usually look around for, you know, random shit. You know, and whenever I don't find random shit on the floor, I go, okay, well, let's look at the video games and stuff. And in the video game section, this time I went. Okay, first of all, this is some of the trickiest jumps in the game right here. This right here. Oh, I made it. Oh, that the perspective on these jumps is freaking stupid. And I actually made it. Oh, okay, first time, both tries. Wow. When I went to Walmart last night, I found one of the most intriguing things that I've ever found when it comes to electronics. And first of all, this is something that I never would have bought otherwise, but the fact that it was such a good deal, I could not buy it. I found a bundle pack trilogy of Grand Theft Auto games. Now, granted, Ajax. Now, granted, in my life, I've never really actually played Grand Theft Auto. I remember playing GTA 4 for about 5 minutes, got the first achievement off of it, and I was like, okay, this game is clearly not for me. I'm going to stop playing it. But I've heard so many good things about these Grand Theft Auto titles in general. Because the 3 that were in there were all for the PS2, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. And I've heard so much good shit about this series that I'm like, okay, screw it, I'll buy them. So, it has gotten to the point where they're just now sitting here in my room, and I've asked around, and I obviously could make this decision on my own, but I kind of asked around, and I've got the main consensus is don't do a blind LP of any of them because it's not a good idea, and not that I plan to anyway, but honestly that is kind of the reason why I buy most older titles now, just for prospects of Let's Playing. And I don't know, would people want to see a blind GTA run? I kind of feel like the answer is no, but just in case, I'm just going to ask. Also going to make sure there's no more gems in this little area. But I might do them as one-offs. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, see these fairies down here? Nice thing about this area is you can just try to kill yourself, and these fairies are like suicide hotline. They're like, wait, no, you have so much to live for. Let me carry you over here. They actually take you back up here, which is nice. Up here, start of the charge ramp. This is why they call it hillside caves, whatever the fuck it was. They're caves on a hilltop. And this is how you get to them with the charge ramp. Boom, gems there. Not sure how many gems are in this level. I'm gonna try to glide. I can make that. I can make that. Shit, not if I hit the wall like that. So this is the annoying thing about this level is when you're trying to find all the gems and you're not sure where the last ones are. Obviously, you have to do your best to make these glides, you know, over to these areas wherever. As you can see, there was a thief up there. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that, but they pretty much like packed most of the thieves into the first 3 levels of the game. Now, I will say there are thieves in later levels, but they don't have dragon eggs. They have various items like keys and gems and things of the sort. Also, this is the easiest way to get this thief by gliding. There we go. Had to flame a little bit before him. By gliding across that pool and then flaming him. You can get him by charge, and I have done that before, but it was a long-ass time ago when I was a very skilled child and not the stupid adult I am today. Now, the thing about this cave is, as you saw, those big-ass metallic spiders, is the fact that you can't kill any of them even though they're metallic, and that's pretty much the that's pretty much the rule of the game. If you find something metallic, you have to kill it with a charge. You can't kill it with a regular charge. You have to kill it with a supercharge. So if I can get the angle right, killed that one, got those chests, killed that one, killed that one. All right, neat. So now I can go through here and grab the stray gems. Now, what was I gonna say? I had a really good thing to say and I forgot it. So let's just talk about something else. You like ice cream? I do. I bought some ice cream last night and I've eaten a considerable amount of it, even though I only weigh 145 pounds. I've literally weighed less than 150 for like the past 5 years. It's kind of scary, actually. No muscle, all fat, baby. Muscle weighs more than fat. Oh, there's another one there. There's a... Oh, shit. Alright. Shit, fuck those things. Man, these things are scary. Fuck them. Fuck. You heard me? Oh, as I was falling in midair. There is... Alright. Nice thing about this, I don't think that supercharge was the way that the game intended you to kill all of them, or most of them, but that's what I did. So this fairy here is very attractive to me, and it's going to give me a kiss, and what that does is gives me super duper fiery breath of justice, and you can use that to kill the gigantic titanium ants, spider bugs. That being said, I'm pretty sure I killed them all, and I am void of nearly 100 gems, which alarms me a tad bit. I know of at least one other place that I haven't ventured into, but the fact remains... Was there like a platform out here that I missed? No, those platforms were from the beginning. Okay, alright. All right. Couple more hillside caves, and I think that's it. I think. It's a cave over here. Kill the sheep. I need that hit. Thank you. Even though I can't die over here from falling anyway. This cave here, you can get here with a regular glide. And in here is the... Oh, here we go. Here's all the shit I missed. In here is the exit. Extra dragon. Cedric.
Try combining surcharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
I don't wanna. I think you were supposed to find him first. 500? 500. Touchdown. I'm signaling it right now. You can't see it, but I'm signaling it. And that is all for the Magic Crafters World. It took me less than 40 minutes. But I do know that that is the very last time I'm going to be able to fit every single level in a single video. Because the next world is the Beastmaker world, if I'm not mistaken. And that one sucks. That one's really hard. Okay? So in the next episode, we are going to try to knock out at least half of the Beastmaker's world. Thank you, Spyro, for covering so many of our dragon eggs. Hop aboard for the Beastmaker's world if you're ready. So until then, I'm Broken Champion. We're done here.